flow. We have homogeneous beam concept, we have internal force method, and the load balancing method. Ang ikaw-patwigit na paagi, nakapagandaan by ini formulas, no? So, pag nakalala yung paagi, that will enable us to compute the frictional stresses in a free stress beam. So, okay, pero mga itong topic will be designed design the problem. Itong primero na itong discuss, investigation na ito, we are given the size of the beam, the cross-sectional dimension, we are given the free stressing force, and we just need to compute the frictional stresses. So, kini nga chapter, ang atong wondering will be to proportion a free stress beam. So, proportion means we want to determine the cross-sectional dimension, and we want also to determine the free stressing force. So, doon ay duha ka cases na atong i-consider nila, no? So, first we have beams with variable eccentricity, having this table profile. May kaduha na condition for beams with no? So, beams with constant eccentricity. Okay, so doon ay medyo taas-taas na few pages here for the formula derivation if you want to study or to know the detailed discussion. So you can read a book by Winter Nelson or the book by Edward Nawi on Christus Concrete. So yun lang ang i-discuss dito. So ato lang rin i-suwag ang mga importante ng mga portions sa formula derivation. So I will no longer go through the formula derivation. Dito sa mga importante ng formula na atong ikinahanglan atong tawag na proportion sa atong free stress na member. No? So, muna siya unang formula. Atong gamiton. So, this is the formula that will enable us to compute the required section modulus based on the top fiber stress. And this one is the required section modulus based on bottom fiber stress. Okay. So, meaning ng mga formula, ang atong MJ, that is the moment due to Berger sulfate. Then MD, that is the moment due to superimposed dead load. ML, the moment due to superimposed live load. So, ang is the ratio of the effective to the initial free stress force. So, ang na to, then FPI, ginagaling FPI by PS, FCS, no? So, FPI, that is the allowable tensile stress at the time of initial free stress, and FCS is the allowable compressive stress at the time of effective free stress. Okay, no? So, formula sa S2, ito na siya. So, similar sa denominator siya uwari ang atong effective na allowable stress. No? Siguro ito yung niligid. So, meron yung buha kasi atong niya nas gagawin. Okay, so una ikaduha na sunod ng formula is the formula that will enable us to compute for the stress at the centroid. After computing the stress at the centroid, then we can compute the initial free stressing force by multiplying that stress by the area of concrete or area of the beam. So, kita na compute na ito ang PI, na umansan, pero compute na ito ang eccentricity, no? We require eccentricity at wind span. So, I think mo na siya ang mga importante ng mga equations na itong ikinaglag o maka-proportion ba, no? Sa itong beam. So, in the next page, we have a sample problem. So, we have a simply supported free stress beam is to be designed to carry a superimposed dead load of 7.3 kN per meter and a service load of 14.6 kN per meter in addition to its own weight on the 12.2 meter span. So use FCC prime out of 41.4 megapascal, FCC air prime 29, FPU of 1000 megapascal, then assume 15% pre-stress loss, and design the beam with variable eccentricity. So wala man dire i-specify sa problem kung ang atong beam rectangular ba into section o sa kaniyang shape, no? So let us just, I think we just assume here the beam to be a rectangular cross section, no? Okay, so first we compute the permissible stresses. So ang atong guide na no, to compute sa mga permissible stresses, o na siya nga itong i-mention sa previous na in chapter. Sa ganito. So ito mga page. Yung maninig, no? So nasa page 12. Okay? So andrea na itong mga guide to determine the permissible stresses both in concrete and steel. So kaya itong i-apply during calculation. So at the time of initial pre-stress, muna siya ang allowable stresses na to. So the allowable stress in compression is 0.6 F sub C R prime. So we're given F sub C R prime to be 29, so we get 17.4 megapascal. And the allowable tensor stress at the time of initial pre-stress is 0.25 square root of F sub C I prime. So we get 1.346. By the way, when we use this formula, doon na siya rule of signs and mag-adapt, no? And we have to take due regards into sign convention. So compression is taken as negative. That is why we associate here a negative sign, no? For FCI, and tension stress is associated with a positive sign. So when siya allowable stress at the time of initial pre-stress, and these are the allowable stress at the time of effective pre-stress. So in concrete, we have 0.45 F sub C prime, and for tension, we have 0.5 square root of F sub C prime. So doon na ba yung mga so ako na ito mag-compute kini mga allowable ng mga stresses. Kung tatagasan ni wow, no? Okay? So, sunod atong sa atong formula nini, no? For the section nautilus. Ang dala ni atong mga highlight. So, equation 1. So, atong formula, nag-involve ni siya o mg, which is the moment due to girder na self-weight. Pero kayo mong tagaibaw sa size sa atong girder, di ba? So, di sa taga-compute pero pila yung weight. Di sa taga-compute sa moment due to that weight, no? So, at the initial part of our computation, ato lang assume lang ta o girder na self-weight. Pwede sa nangay paagin ini is that you will assume the size of the girder, no? Assume ka 300 per 600, 300 per 700. Ikaw na yung mag-assume na na, no? Hindi na kung musultin mo. Hindi na kung punta na ako, sir, pila may ako may assume. Ha? Ikaw na assume na kay siguro, no? Kay masayon man assume that size versus assume that it's of weight. Diba? Mas visualize mo na itong size compared to the weight. Pwede yung na, no? Either lang na duha. Pwede na itong gamiton. So, during calculation, may assume ta o self-weight na 5 kN per meter. Of course, kini siya, i-assume naman we have to verify this, no? When we already have the size of the girder. So, ato i-check kung ang atong assume weight, hindi pa kailayo sa actual weight sa girder, no? Okay, so using this assumed weight, then we can compute the moment due to girder self-weight. Ang atong boundary is simply supported the span, no? So you have a bending moment at mid-span of 1.8 WL squared. So we get 93.02 kN meter. And for the moment at midspan due to superimposed dead and live load, so atong dead load is 7.3, ang live load is 14.6 m per meter. So atong nangyayat, this is now the total superimposed load. And again, the formula 18 WL squared, we get an answer of 407.45. So doon na ba yung na ang tuning kapita sa atong calculation? Kaya ra, no? Kaya ra itong masundan, di ba? Okay, so manili, atong gagitong kining equation 1. We compute the required section modulus based on the S1, I think this is for the top fiber stress, no? C1, C2. Okay, so IMG, MD plus ML, FTI, nasa tayo FCS, ikan rin. So ang ato na lang buwang ini ang R. So walang R, that is the ratio of the effective to the initial na pre-stress force. So how do you solve that? From the equation, there is a 15% pre-stress loss. So from 100%, it goes down to 85%. Diba? 15% man ang loss. So bilang may ratio sa kuwan? Sa itong equation kini. Mo na siya ang R, diba? Siya ang equation sa R, PE over DI. Now your PE will be 85% of DI. No? So if you apply that here, then you get R equal to 0.85. Okay? 0.85. So kung atong i-substitute rin, then ang atong unit rin sa numerator, moment pa rin, kilonewton meter will convert to Newton millimeter because the unit for stress below is in megapascal, Newton per square millimeter. So if you apply those unit conversion, then you will get the unit for section modulus in millimeter to the third power. Okay? So we get this result. 21,310 times 10 to the 3 millimeter cube. So, mana na, ato sa i-apply ng equation 2, the required section modulus based on bottom fiber stress. Okay? Matay R, matay MG, MDL plus ML, matay FCS, RFCI. But, again, take note that when you substitute FCI here, you should carry its proper sign. No? Compression so negative. In the same way, kadire, substitute sa nato ng FCS, i-appeal sa nato ang yung negative sign. So sa formula minus dire, pero kung substitute mo ini, i-carry mo ang negative sign, so it becomes minus minus. Okay? So kung ato lang kumpiton, we'll get an answer of 23,402 times 10 to the 3 millimeter cube. So natay duha ka answer. Ini siya. So ini siya ang result. So since S1 and S2 are not equal, then the more efficient section to be used will be an unsymmetrical section. But here we are going to use a rectangular section. So the rectangular one, then ang atong i-adapt nila nga section modulus ang mas dako, no? Ini duha. Okay? So kani siyang 23,000 mo yung govern. Okay? So ato nang equate sa section modulus sa rectangle. Sa may formula sa section modulus sa rectangle. Ang yan ay 112 px cube mo to, di ba? Ang fiber distance mo is h over 2. So if you have 112 px cube over h over 2, you will get 16 px squared. No? So muna siya ang formula sa rectangle. Lain ng section, actually, ang kanimo yung formula. No? Of course, you should know how to compute the section modulus for non-rectangular section. Okay, so kini, atong i-equate ito, then duha ka known. No? Ano ng B, ano sa ng edge. So, saan naman natin yung pag-sulban ng problema sa equation duha ka known. Either you assume B and solve for H, or you assume H, then solve for B. Okay? O pwede sa assume the proportion between B and H. Let B is equal to 2H, pwede saan, no? So, sa kasay na nagagawa, pwede din mong gamiton. Now, between sa B and H, masayo mo assume sa B. Okay? So, pero yatong i-assume tag B nga 300 mm, then substitute that into this equation here. So, H na lang ang unknown, then you can solve for H. So, it is 685 mm. So, with this dimension, we compute the actual area. Then we check the weight, no? Then ano ang dimension? Then we can now determine what is the actual weight of the beam. So, 23.5, that is the unit weight of concrete. So, kasagaran na itong igamit is 23.6 man. And it is between 23.5 to 23.6. So, it is really matter that much, no? Then multiply that by the area converted to square meter, and we'll get an answer of 4.82 kilonewton per meter. And you compare that with the assumed weight, no, of 5 kilonewton per meter. So that is not far from the assumed weight. So okay na, no? Kung nalitan kung ang atong actual weight mas dako ang ini, ang kinanglan nga mo perform that second iteration, go back here, no? Recalculate the girder sa weight, then calculate the required section modulus. No? So that is an iterative process. Pero kung doon na mo Excel, wala na. No? Yun na lang yung kinabuhi. Di ba? Okay, so far we have already determined the beam dimension. 300 by 685. So, saan naman lang kinanglan kumpiton? Kumpiton na ito, pila may area sa steel, na pila may eccentricity. Okay? So, to compute for the initial pre-stressing force, kung ato sa sulbon ang stress of the centroid, using this formula, no? So, Fcent is equal to FTI minus C1 over H, quantity FTI minus FCI. Now, atong igamit din, no? Yung formula na nag-involve sa C1. Okay? Anyway, I think it does not matter whether we use katong sa C1 o kung the result will still be the same, no? Because this is derived by singular triangle. So the stress centroid will be the same whether we use C1, whether the formula we use is in terms of C1 or in terms of C2. If it is in terms of C2, then this will be different, no? Okay, so naamanta nini, no? Natay FPI, natay FCI, natay C1, natay H, so we can compute the stress. Notice that the formula will give you not only the magnitude of the stress, but also the proper sign. Okay? So negative, it means that the stress of the centroid will be compression, which we expect, no? Dapat compression na siya. So, kini nga stress, then multiply that by the area, and we'll give you the pre-stressing force, no? So, ato lang i-convert to kilonewton, so we get 1650 kilonewton. So, naanatay PI, no? Naanatay dimension, naanatay PI, and next we compute the eccentricity. So sa eccentricity, doon na tayo formulating in terms of siya, no? Yung ating ka-formula eccentricity, di ba? So asa man din ito ha, equation 4 or 5 ang atong gamiton. Atong gamiton equation 4 kung S1 mo yung govern. Atong gamiton equation 5 kung S2 mo yung govern. Okay? So there is atong problem, asa may govern ang S2. So katong formula sa S2, in terms of S2, mo ay atong gamiton. No? So we have Fsen minus Fci, quantity S2 over Pi plus Mg over Bi. So naman tayo value sa S2 ang atong na-compute niya. Libre, no? Then, na-compute sa natong value sa Pi, natay Mg, natay Fsen, nasa tayo Fci. So take note na pag-substitute nato sa Fsen, negative, no? Kaya sa Fci, negative mo dyan eh. So becomes minus minus, okay? Muna ng class ang libre. No? And just apply the necessary conversion kay kilonewton unit ini kilonewton meter man convert meter to millimeter. No? Kilonewton ma-cancel, so millimeter ang unit in quantity, millimeter sa unit in quantity. So we get the simplicity in millimeters. So that is 190 mm below the centroid. No? So mana na atong kumpiton effective na pre-stressing force or FPS. Sometimes we also call this FPE, effective, or FPS, the pre-stressing force at surface load, no? Which is estimated to be 0.7 of FPU. Okay, so FPU, that is the ultimate strength of the strand, 1,000 megapascal times 0.7, we get 700 megapascal. So asa man tani kuha? Kani siya 0.7 FPU. So nang karigapon sa katong page 12 ito, no? Page 12, so back there. So this is for concrete, for steel, ano siya, no? Okay? So you have 0.7 of FPU. Yeah. So the required area of the pre-stressing ng mga strands, no, is equal to the force divided by the allowable stress. So galing atong force 1650 gikan dire, convert to Newton, and you divide by PS 700, and you get 2357 square millimeter. Then to calculate the number of strands, we divide it by the area required by the area of one strand. Okay? So assuming 12 mm diameter, so is this 12 mm or I think 10 mm, no? So assuming 10 mm diameter strand, the cross-sectional area of one strand will be 98 square millimeter. So we get 23.88 and round it off to 24. Pwede 12 mm diameter strand din. What is yung area so sa strand? 98.71. Now take note, kung siya 98.71, you will not get that answer if you just simply do 5 over 4 times 12 squared, no? Because 5 over 4 times 12 squared is 113, okay? So this is not the same as a solid bar, no? Lain man ang bar, kay solid man na, diba? Yung na. Kaya siya is the 7 bar strand. Nag-explain before, it is composed of one strand at the center. Then around it is wrapped or wound solid. Ano siya ay ano? Ano siya 7 wire strand. Lahat na siya sa bar na ano yung diameter 12 mm, no? Both of these. So, kani solid ni siya nga bar, no? Solid na bar sa matang kini. Ano siya na itong strand. Okay? So, kita niyo yung reference siya, no? Okay? So, pwede mo yung 5/4 squared. You have to get that from the product specification, no? Well, if you can get the area of 1 strand, then that would be 5/4 times the area of 1 strand multiplied by 7. So you get this value, no? So 24 at 12 mm, diameter na 7 wire strands. So sa ka-strand mo ni siya yung cross section. So 24 may mo rin no? Ang atong ikinanglan. So how do you arrange the 24? So ato na siyang sa cable duct, no? Kita may masuot. Tingali sa cable duct, so dilan to 8, no? So 24 divided by 3, you have 8 cables per cable duct. Ano siya sa cable duct? So niya na kay 8 ka strands. So niya ay 8, so 24 tanan. So this is the cross sectional the cross section at mid span. So you have here the beam dimension 300 by 65. The eccentricity of mid span will be 180 mm below the centroid, no? Whereas at the support, your eccentricity will be 0, no? 0 eccentricity, so your gap will be along the centroid. Kung yung tanaw ng cable profile, that would be parabolic, no? So yun yung iyang shape, no? Sa iyang cable profile. Eccentricity ka rin, kung yung atong i-compute, meron siya 0, and this one will be parabolic, no? So in actual, you want to lay out the cable profile, then you compute the offset at certain intervals, no? Para malay mo ang imong cable. Okay? So, humana ito na compute using the formula, of course, confident ang atong requirements allowable stresses are satisfied because that is the basis for these formulas. But just for the sake of cross-checking lang, no? So let us calculate the stresses, no? So atong buhaw ng allowable stresses, no? So yung atong allowable stresses. And let's see if none of the stresses are exceeded at the time of initial pre-stress and at the time of effective pre-stress. So atong i-compute rin ang stress due to PI, due to the eccentric na pre-stressing force, there is stress due to PI plus MJ, no? So this is now the initial, this stresses at the time of initial pre-stress. Okay? So ang atong tension of force at the top, the volume 1.36 megapascal, that is less than the allowable tension of 1.35 ring. No? So anyway, that's a very slight difference. So, okay. Then at the bottom, fiber stress. So notice at the bottom, no, at the time initial pre-stress, we have compression. And compare that with the allowable compression, and FCI. Lapas kamay, pero ano lang nagtagino tayo ng lalis na, no? 18.25, compare that with the allowable na 18.63. Then we have tension at the bottom, 3.2, compared with the allowable, which is 3.22. So okay, no? You can say that all the stresses, both at the initial and final pre-stressing, are satisfied. Okay? So in one area, we don't have to do a trial and error. Okay? So doon na may mga bagay mo trial and error ka, assume kang size and assume kang pre-stressing force eccentricity, then mong i-investigate, no? That would take too much time. We just use these formulas which are analytically derived, no? Okay, dito na. Okay. So doon na ba yung pumunta na? Mga kababayan. No question, Your Honor. Approve without thinking. Kaya, dahil ikaw, kaya ulit gan pumunta na lang yun, no? Kaya ikaw yan. Bilog-bilog. Okay, malayan ta, no? Although dealing with variable simplicity, kung siya preferred na ito in profile, pero medyo hassle mo kay parabulan yung profile, medyo hassle kayo ni taon, no? So some engineers will just prefer straight cable profile because it's easy to install, no? So kung nakita straight, muna siya ang formula na to, no? Atong itupad. Okay? So variable centricity, these are the set of formulas. Constant eccentricity, you have here the corresponding set of formulas. Asa mag-A ini nawag tangan, it's a B. Sa ikuha na siya sa iyang punto kaning word doon, naman siya auto na mo concept, automatic na mo kuha siya ABC, no? Panapay. Ano, boss? Kawan, okay. Saka may kayo nakita, no? Update yung patara. Una na yan. Yan. So, you have here two sets of formulas. Okay? Isa for variable eccentricity, and kadua, constant eccentricity. Now, bagdan mo nga formula, i-examine nyo, hindi na po na i-memorize ninyo. Kung alam mo index card, ha? Index card lang. Pinasay, sige, pinom na. Index card. Section, so basta yun, hindi ka lang itong section. So, ang S1 equivalent to S2. Okay, at sample problem din, no? So, simply supported business beam is to be designed to carry superimposed dead load. Power gapon, no? 7.3 on yung 14.6. Yan, span, oras kung bagay na parehara, no? Nalahi lang ini kay karon, we have a constant eccentricity. Okay? Ini ang variable na ito, parang constant. Tanaw na ito sa inyo, no? Okay, so solve yan pa na ito. The same na mga answer, no? Sa permissible stress. Kanya for the big weight, ganyan, assume tag wide. Karon sa constant eccentricity, we will expect a somewhat larger section. No? Kung ganyan 5, ako lang, kung nagamay 5.5. Okay? Kung isang 5, ganyan mong yung isip, kita na rin mo niya na shortcut. No? Okay, so steps, pari-parihan yun, no? Yung MJ, MD plus ML, gani, huwag mo mausap. Kani mo yung usap, yung time is 5 na 5.5 naman. No? Then, we have here the formula for section modulus, for the top fiber stress, and section modulus based on bottom fiber stress. Ikumpara mo yung S1 at S2, ang mas dako mo ay mo govern. Okay? Kumahan ka rin siya mo ay mo govern, mo na siya mo equate sa 1.6 being squared. And assume ka kung tag being at 300, you'll be able to compute the value of H. No? Then check beam weight. So, kita na itong answer 5.29, ang application 5.5, so okay na, no? Less than, dili kayo siya layo. Diba? Kaya layo, hindi nga itong i-assume. Sunod, kumpito na ito ang stress due to centroid, or stress of the centroid. So, ang atong formula, kini siya, no? Kini ang formula ng atong gamiton. So, ay yung palipat. Dili, kini yan, kani man itong formula ang atong gigamit, diba? Pero kini ang formula. Naabay diferensya. Wala, no? Wala diferensya. So, isang lipat, okay rin. Okay, so pag-ihara na yung mga terms na involved, so better. Okay, so ato na yung i-apply na rin, no? We get 8.027, then multiply that by the area of the beam. So you get your initial crystalline force in 1806. Then compute the required eccentricity, no? This will be the constant eccentricity. So ang formula na to, kani nga formula na itong gamiton. Ano? Kani? Diba? Huwag ka formula ni nga itong kapilian, no? So asa may gamiton na to? Depende na sa, no? Kung S1 may mag-govern, kani nga formula. Kung S2 may mag-govern, kani nga formula. Okay? So sa atong calculation dire, ang govern kay S2 man. S2 may govern, so katong ikaduhang equation ng atong gamit in terms of S2, no? Kaya in terms of S2. So we have answer 147, then we just adjust that to maybe 150 mm. FPS, so the same 0.7 FPU, then compute the required area. So P divided by the stress, you get the area, no? Then divided by the area of one strand, you get the number of strands. So 26, you're going to diameter 7 strands. So kung ato ni siyang ikumpara, no, ang atong result sa previous na itong ano mo siya sa variable, ato siya i-compare, no? So pag nato-compare, kaya usara, no? Usara ka section na itong gibutan kay pariharman, mag-span mo support, the same. So, 300 by 685, karoon na yung 300 by 750. Yang kuhan kaniya, 24 pieces, no? But now we have 26. So you have slightly higher requirement here, no? In terms of the beam dimension and the number of strands. Pero ang advantage din kaya sa yun, taod, no? Straight na yung profile. Kung mo na lang mag-iguda, asawa mo sa straight o sa kurba. Kaya na mong patupi ka sa may mo. Ay, ikaw may mong di man ang barber mo yung buot, no? Patupi ka bitaw. Pagpahirap ka. So, mag-crew cut, army cut.